Hi everyone! So, because you're seeing my face right now, it means that my novel's going well as far as word count goes. So I'm really happy that I could get a video out this month. Hopefully it's being uploaded this month. I mean, that's future me's problem. But anyway, this was requested, but I was planning on doing this album anyway. It is an artist I haven't reviewed in a while, but it's been a long time coming. So let's do it. Ayumi Hamasaki's I Am. Okay, instead of opening with an opening track, this album opens with the title track, I Am. This song has got an amazing beginning, and I'm so glad that she didn't open the album with the opener track, which actually comes after this track. I thought that was kind of bold, and it was a good decision. I love this song. The song sets a really good tone for the overall, genre, style of the album. It's very rock pop, it's very acoustic rock, lots of guitar, lots of keyboard, piano-y stuff, and lots of drums. But the style in this entire album is very consistent, and it begins with this. As for the song specifically, it's very, very good. I very much so enjoy the lyrics, and I love the harmonies in the chorus, which I'll get to it when it comes. I love the way she sings this song, because she sings it with a lot of emotion, and when she had the "Tatta hitotsu no kotoba wo sagashiteru," and she doesn't sing "do," she's "da," and singing on the consonant a little bit, which sounds kind of weird. It's kind of like what she did with Free and Easy, but I really, really like it, and it fits the song's attitude very well, and I love this chorus so much. And I love the harmony. You can hear it, it's higher. And then it changes a little bit. Oh my gosh, I love that so much. I actually, whenever I listen to this song in my car, I usually end up singing the harmony because I just really like it. And it changes. Oh, I love it so much. It's a very, very good way to start this album. Alright, this is the short opening track called Opening Run, which I thought was a very uncreative name. I have to say that the interludes on this album are my least favorites since, since ever, I guess. I mean, I don't like to count the one on A Song For or even on Love Appears, although the opening of Love Appears was really good. But this, I feel like overall, this album to me has the weakest interludes. And so it's just kind of a track that's there. I really don't have anything positive to say, or really that negative either. It's just kind of there. However, what it leads into is really, really cool. Connected, I really, really, really like the way she wrote the lyrics to this in the verses. And, it repeats ni as the prefix. This is kind of Japanese, what are we on now, 202? Here. And every single line basically starts with me as the beginning of it, but all of them I think have the same kanji, which means to see, which I think is cool. And this is really cool. And her voice is just the right amount of electronic sounding. They added the electronic element to it. It's just the right amount to make it sound fitting to the song without sounding overkill for auto-tune. And I really love this song. However, it is extremely short, and I wish it was longer because I really do like this song. And I like how her voice sounds. It's very weird sounding, but I like it. This is probably one of Ayumi Hamasaki's most famous songs, and before I go on, this entire album has basically a good portion of her most famous songs. I think this is when she really started to hit people as an icon, not just fashion, but as music. And she also started composing her own stuff at this time. I believe this song was one of the ones that she composed. I really like this song, and I don't know, it's a very good song. However, as the years have gone on, I've come to appreciate the other songs in this album so much, especially lyrically, that this song kind of like, it's not a bad song, and I love the song, but on the album, it's one of my least favorites, because it just kind of faded into the back, because there's so many other songs after this that I'm really, really fond of, and this song, I'm just fond of, you know, but I have to admit that when I first started listening to Ayumi Hamasaki, this was one of the first songs I learned all the lyrics to, and this chorus right here I really, really love. My phone. And I really like it, but her voice is so shrieky on this chorus. Sometimes it's hard to listen to. But I kind of like that, because it's like she's really crying out the lyrics, which is cool. Everybody knows this song. If you know J-pop, you know this song. Like, I know people who have had this on their iPods for years, and they're like, who sings this? Like, they just know the song, and I don't know why it's so popular, but it's her most famous song, for sure. She performs it live at every concert. I have to say, that was so much fun when she performed it at the A-Best Live. I wasn't expecting it to be, because on the DVD, like, it seems kind of boring, but when you're actually there, it's like, wow, this song is so incredibly high energy. That's probably why so many people like it. Also, the lyrics are really good. They are very much so, like I always talk about with IU, she's either writing a song that's very personal about herself, or a song that's very much so directed toward other people. And this is one of the songs that's very much so directed toward other people, and I feel like Japanese people really embraced this song because it's kind of continuing the theme that Unite had, which is to be united and like we are one people, which I feel like is actually a theme that this entire album carries through, because of when this album was released. It was right after the terror attacks in New York on 9/11. And one of the themes that's very heavily in this album is peace and like being united. But oh my gosh, this song is definitely pushing for that, and yes, and this chorus. Come on! Wow, yeah! Wow, yeah! Whoa, 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 yeah! Yeah, yeah! Like, everybody knows this song, and I'm glad, though. I really do like this song, too. This song is tied for favorite on the album. There's one more coming later that sometimes I feel like I like it better, but this one, I don't really know why I like it so much, but I really love this song. It's only grown on me as the years have gone on. Just this... yeah, like, I forget the lyrics, I haven't listened to it long enough. I went a while without listening to this album, and then I was listening to it again to review it, because I've been listening to her newer stuff, because I can't stop listening to Love Again. And, Call and Letter. Oh, surprise, but, anyway, I love this song. I love the way she sings it, this, like, you know, filtered voice and non-filtered voice echoing each other, and, the instrumentals are really weird, and they have a lot of tiny elements that come together to make this song even bigger, and this chorus is fantastic. Like, I just love the way she sings it. I love this song so much. And like, just the way she sings this entire album is also present in this song, even though this is one of the more techno-sounding songs, along with Connected, and I think there's one more. I just love this song. It's definitely one of my favorites, and this, I think, for a long time was my favorite song of all time of hers. Okay, I know I just said that the last song was a tie for favorite with another song, but I kind of forget that this song is on this album. Never Ever is fantastic. It's so emotionally charged. Like most of the songs on this album are, they're pretty emotionally charged, but this song in particular is one of the ones that really just, sometimes I listen to this song and I want to cry because it's just so good, and like you can really feel her emotion. I think the reason that I would say that this song isn't my favorite is because how she sings this beginning. She sounds so like frail and fragile, but it does make sense because when she goes in this chorus here, I love this song too. Like, I don't know anyone who dislikes this song. And the bridge, I'm gonna fast forward to the bridge because it is by far the best part of the song. I love it so much. It's probably my favorite part of the song and one of my favorite moments in the entire album. Just listen to this. I love the guitars here. It's so incredible. I really love how this is done. And then when she comes in singing, she sounds kind of frail again, but it's like more of a grasping, like reaching out to, like, I don't know. When she sings it, I feel like I can explain it better. Like, you can really feel the meaning behind the lyrics here. It's like, even if I can do one little thing, that'll have some kind of meaning, this kind of desperation that I really love about this track. And just, gosh, this is a really great song as well. So, this song is kind of a step toward more ballady stuff, which we haven't heard really at all yet on the album. It's still not completely well, it's a ballad, but it's not like ballad. like the song ballad, it's not that kind of ballad. It's got more of the rock element in it, and it does have a very driving beat to it in certain parts of it, like right now. But when it gets into the chorus, it's more of a flowing beat. And in fact, I think I'm just going to skip to the chorus because I really like it better. This is so beautiful. I love the harmonies in this chorus. There's so much going on vocally that it's really astounding. However, her voice is a little whiny in this. Even though it has that kind of same sound of desperation, she just sounds a little whiny. It gets better toward the end because there's a key change and she seems to be pushing it more, so it doesn't sound as whiny, but more like pushy, but like in a fitting way, because the song is extremely depressing. And I really like the song. It's a good song. It really is. And it fits so well in the midst of the album that sometimes I forget the song even exists, which is probably my biggest complaint about this particular track. The remix version of this song is okay, but nothing beats the original Daybreak. Also, this song kind of makes me cry because, did anybody else see the TV show that she went on, and it was in Taiwan, I think? Or maybe Hong Kong. But these Chinese kids learned the lyrics and sang it to her, and she cried, and just, it's the most touching thing. It's so wonderful. But again, it's more of this theme of peace and love and togetherness. I really like this song a lot. However, her voice in the chorus is a little shrieky, and not in the way that complements the song, because it's more about happy. It's a little bit happier of a song than Still Alone, let's just face it. I mean, I don't know. But I feel like the title fits the instrumentals very well, because like there's always this quiet before the sun actually rises, which is right now. And then the sun comes up. And I really like these lyrics. No matter how far away we are, we're under the same sky, which is something that has continued through her lyrics as well, but this song is kind of a tender spot for me because, like, yeah, I have so many friends in so many places that aren't where I live, like country, city, whatever. Oceans separating me and my friends, and you know, like she said, no matter how far away that we are, we're all under the same sky. So it's important to remember that, and I like listening to this song because of the way that, you know, she says that. It's a good reminder. I don't have a lot to say about this interlude. It's pretty boring. It fits it fits the insertion of the album. This was the first Task interlude, by the way. Task I don't know, whatever. Taskuto does a bunch of Taskuto wakannai. Anyway, the person who does the tasking interludes, tasku dayo. It's task, and they're all kind of interesting, but this is the least interesting, and I kind of can tell that it was like the first one. But I like how it flows into the next song, so I'll skip. It has this fade out, and you're like, oh, what's gonna come next? And it's a great song. I love this song so much. Oh no, is this my favorite? I don't know. It's between this and Naturally. It really is. I love this song so much. Okay, first of all, a thing you need to know about this song is that Ayumi Hamasaki did the music. This is her first song that she composed, because before this she didn't do any compositions, and then they couldn't write music to the lyrics she had written. That's what she felt. So she just did it herself, and I love her for that, because this song is fantastic instrumentally. Oh my gosh, like, these strings are so simple. And the key change in it, like, she didn't know what she was doing, but it's so fantastic. And like, who knew, Ayu, that you had this kind of talent? Like, it's so fantastic. I just can't I can't stop saying how much I love this song. I'll just skip to the chorus though, when it comes. I want to skip to the end part because that's my favorite part. But here's this key change here. It goes from this minor to a major, I believe, and it's brightening, and you're like, oh, it's kind of happy, but then it transitions. Okay, I'll just go ahead and I don't care how much you have to listen to this song. You have to listen to this song. It's amazing. Maybe this is my favorite. It's just so great. Anyway, skipping. I love this part. The way she's singing out in desperation to Maria, the mother of Jesus, Mary. She was inspired by a friend who was Catholic, I believe, learning about Catholicism. Oh my gosh. It's such a beautiful, desperate song that, like, if you don't listen to this song, you're really missing out. Okay, I need to stop. I need to move on to other songs. This song is great. Listen to it. A Song is Born is a very special song because it was a song that was originally a duet with Keiko, and it was in response to the bombings of the World Trade Center, the Twin Towers, and the Pentagon. I really like this song. However, I like the version that is on the My Story Classical much better, and I hate the solo version on the album because they took out the background vocals that Keiko did. They didn't just have Ayumi Hamasaki do them herself. They like took them out completely, and the song sounds really empty, like right here. There should be background vocals here, and it bugs me so much. So I really prefer to listen to the duet version, even though I can't stand Keiko's voice sometimes. I really like this song though. The lyrics are very, very good. And also the song kind of got repopularized with the 3/11 earthquake. And I did a thing once. I did a kind of a social experiment where I sang this song at karaoke with my Japanese friends. And a couple of them got teary-eyed. Because I think even if they didn't know the song before, the meaning that is behind this song is really, really deep. I definitely suggest looking up the lyrics to this. Even if you don't listen to the song itself, you should really read the lyrics because they are very, very, very relevant. It's heartbreaking when I think about what caused this song. And if you really want your heart to break, though, you need to watch the live from Power of Music. That'll break your heart, guaranteed. But yeah, this is a pretty good song. However, vocally and maybe even instrumentally, this is probably the weakest track on the album, at least for me. If you weren't touched by A Song Is Born, you will be touched by Dearest. Even if her vocals aren't perfect in this, oh my gosh, these lyrics. Anyone who has ever loved anyone ever will probably find some kind of relation to this song. I didn't used to like this song as much, but now that I'm older and I've like lived my life a little more, gosh, like the tenderness that is in this song is kind of hard to understand unless you've experienced it yourself with somebody that you just are really like, I don't want to necessarily use in love with, but like have a great love for. Like that person you're like, ugh, you know, where would I be in my life if you were not here? Like my life would be so different. And I feel like this song very much so captures that emotion of like, you struggle through things because you're not perfect, but you're still trying because you just have this great affection for each other and you don't want to give up. And I feel like that's a really wonderful theme for this song, and Ayu herself said that the lyrics were quite personal to her, which I think is great. And like, her vocals could be better, but the end is so dramatic, and like the way that she's singing and just like ad-libbing and she sounds like she's crying out again, and it's so beautiful. This is one of the few ballads on this that doesn't, and it's like the only one that doesn't follow any kind of rock pattern. I guess. Well, I guess, yeah, I guess it really is. But it's really, really great. This is one of her classics as well. Everybody knows this song. So if you haven't heard this song, I very much suggest that you go and listen to this on this. Oh my gosh, why does nobody ever talk about this song? No More Words is fantastic. First of all, it's a great display of her vocal ability. She goes so low and belts very high in this, and actually sings, in the chorus she's and like sings really high. It's so wonderful instrumentally, and the lyrics are so good. The last chorus gets me every time, just like, it's, and this beginning here, where she's just quietly singing, I'm gonna kind of go, I'm going to fast forward a little bit. Oh, I have goosebumps. I really love this song. I feel like nobody ever talks about this song, and it makes me sad, because I very much appreciate this particular track. I don't know, the lyrics are just so earnest. I think that's a good word. These are very earnest lyrics, as the whole album pretty much has been, but this is a song that is actually more about love and life than some of the other tracks on this album were. And it's a very relatable song, kind of a continuation from Dearest. It flows really well from Dearest. I didn't even realize that until just now, but it does. And everyone should give this track a try. Like, nobody ever talks about it, but it's really fantastic. I'll let you listen to a little bit of the chorus here. Listen how slow she is right here. And I like the harmonies in this chorus as well. I want to be a loser. I'm okay with being a loser forever. It's really a good song. So this album has been great so far, and I haven't really had that many complaints other than the interludes. This is where it gets me really angry. Why did they put a remix version of Endless Sorrow? Endless Sorrow would have fit so much better. And what makes me even madder is, if they were going to use this version, why didn't they put it at the very, very end? Because after this, there's a bonus track. The Gone with the Wind version of Endless Sorrow isn't necessarily bad, but in the context of the album, it's not nearly as satisfying to listen to. The original version of Endless Sorrow also is very BA, and I highly recommend it. Also, The lyrics to this song are very good as well. They're quite simple, and the instrumentals of this remind me a lot of the end song to Final Fantasy VII Advent Children. I love that movie. Anyway, but it reminds me so much of that song, and I like that song better. So maybe that's part of the reason I have a little bit of a negative association with this song, but I was disappointed. I was disappointed, and this song, this ending to this album really kept this album from being one of my top 3. So I'll go ahead and fast forward, or not fast forward, just go to the bonus track. So, okay, Flower Garden, however, is a pretty awesome song. It's very short, but I love the rap in the middle. Like, is probably one of my favorite moments in this album as well. But I think that this song should not have been last. It should have come before, like, it should have come before Endless Sorrow. And then maybe just they cut Endless Sorrow, that version of Endless Sorrow entirely. I don't know. But like, I really like this song, and I felt like it should have just ended the album. I feel like the Endless Sorrow in between really threw things off. But this does, on its own, makes a really great closer. I keep getting texted. Anyway, the rap in the middle, I'm gonna fast forward to it because it's my favorite part. Here it comes. It's so catchy, and I just love this song. But yeah, I have a huge problem with the order at the end of this album. So that's my thoughts on that. Alright, as far as the overall album, I have to say that this entire album, except for the end, is very consistent in style, very acoustic rock pop, and has this album has a lot of her most famous songs, and some of my favorites. So I think everybody should listen to this album. However, I would not, if you're new to Ayumi Hamasaki, I would not start out with this album because this style is so consistent. You won't get a taste of what her music can really do. I would definitely start with Misunderstood, or even her more recent album, Love Songs, or even Love Again would be better than this because it's just basically one style with the exception of a few tracks. Also, because the ending just throws me off every time and I don't like how it ends, this is not one of my top 3. So that means I still haven't reviewed my favorite, which you should know what it is if you've watched the other ones, or my tied for second favorite with Misunderstood, which I haven't revealed yet and you're just gonna have to wait. But, anyway, this is a good album though. It has a lot of really good songs on it. I definitely recommend listening to it, even if you're not completely sold on Ayumi Hamasaki. You should at least listen because it has some of her more famous tracks in it. Maybe you'll figure out why she's famous. So thank you for watching, I should say. And the next review I am so very much looking forward to because, well, it's another request, but it's an album I was going to do anyway, and we haven't done this artist in a while, but I'm really looking forward to reviewing this album, and I'm so excited! So please look forward to it. I'll try to have that out at a decent rate, because in the middle of December, I'm going to Disney World, holla! And so I'll probably not be, well, I know I'll not be doing any kind of recording or anything at that time because I won't even be bringing my computer. I'm just gonna go to Disney World and maybe meet Rapunzel and Eugene and just If you have a request, please check the request list on my main About part of my YouTube channel before making a request. If you do have a request and it's not on the list, you can leave a comment or you can send me an inbox message or even an email. I think the email's on my YouTube, maybe? Anyway, and let me know what you think of this album. Let me know what you think of the tracks. And I will see you guys in the next album review.